Okay to
This
kick off
conference
now?
will now be recorded.
Yes, good morning, Pete. Let's kick it off.
Great. Well, good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Pete Tesh, and I'm president of the St. Lucie County Economic Development Council. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to meet with us today to talk about these exciting industry and education opportunities in warehouse, distribution, and logistics. I have a somewhat funny introduction of the superintendent, which I'll hold until he's here and until I see his face personally. But first of all, I'm joined by my colleagues, Jill Marassa, VP of Business Expansion, and also Jen Dubé, our Business and Incentive Managers at the EDC. And both women are very much involved in our economic development, business expansion, attraction, and workforce readiness initiatives, specifically with you good folks at St. Lucie Public Schools. So you all are very critical to our economic development efforts and helping train a skilled workforce. Along with the superintendent, our good friends and colleagues include Dr. Helen Wild and Alicia Seitz, the CTE director. We work very closely with these two professionals, and the amount of work that they've done in this industry education collaboration and our target industries is nothing short of phenomenal. So Alicia, Helen, thank you so much for what you do. I just want to spend a couple of minutes to talk about economic growth and the diversification of our economy, and particularly the economic development revolution that's occurring here in St. Lucie County and the Treasure Coast. And in my modest opinion, it really provides some tremendous opportunities for our young people for advancement, to get them on the clear pathway to a meaningful career, and help create wealth, help create economic prosperity for students and ultimately their families. So our mission is to help create jobs, and by the economic statistics that have occurred in this arena, it's again marvelous. We just had an economic impact analysis done on 49 new and expanding businesses that have either relocated or expanded in St. Lucie County. That's almost close to $1 billion in investment, $1.85 billion in economic output, and the ultimate creation of 10,250 jobs. 10,250 jobs. That's a lot of jobs. In fact, Jill can't sleep at night because we're not sure how our employers are going to meet the needs of the labor and skill shortage that you've heard. So within those projects, there's some industry sectors that are very, very important that will help create those high wage jobs. That includes manufacturing, distribution and logistics, healthcare, and other high wage, high skilled jobs that are in target industries such as biotechnology, research, professional and business services. So there is a real opportunity to get a great job. And a couple of things that are really important about this is that it's not business as usual. Employers, educators, local government, and the business community in general all have to work together, because it's all hands on deck to make sure that in the industry sectors that we mentioned, that our employers can fill these quality sustainable job opportunities. So I'd like to really stress that from a public policy aspect, we all got to work together, and we got to work together harder. And the result will be, as I mentioned before, individuals that'll have sustainable, high-wage jobs that go into a career path. So just a couple of things, and I'll be quiet, and hopefully the superintendent will be here. The EDC has been very involved with St. Lucie Public Schools and our other training service providers, educators, and the business community for several years. In 2017, the EDC commissioned the first skills gap study that looked at the actual skills gaps, if you will, in those target industries, manufacturing, excuse me, the skilled trades and healthcare. And even back 5 years ago, we knew that there were some structural issues in that continuum from education to a high-paying job. So we have used a consultant that you are probably familiar with, Pat Jahant. Pat of Jahant Associates out of St. Pete, Florida, is the author of our Skills Gap study. The most recent one was last year, Skills Gap Study 2.1. That was an update of the situation in those industry sectors and what needed to be done. So Pat's on retainer, and she's working with us very closely with regard to that coordinated effort between education and industry. Alicia, I'm happy to go into the distribution logistics labor study and about the survey, but I'll stop right there to see if we want to go further on that, and that if the superintendent has joined us.
He has, Mr. Tesh, he is on.
Okay. Well, just one last thing before I introduce the superintendent. The EDC has engaged Boyette Strategic Advisors and Florida Power and Light to do a distribution logistics analytics study for St. Lucie County and the Treasure Coast. This is really critical because, as I mentioned in the economic impact analysis, we're looking at the creation of 10,250 jobs starting now and into the future. About 3,500 of them will be these high-wage, high-skilled jobs in distribution logistics. So the survey is to do two things. One, look at the supply and demand functions with regard to our labor and where it's situated and what people feel about working in that industry sector. And the second part is stakeholder engagement, whereby we've been working with Alicia and her team. For example, we've had a survey done of St. Lucie Public School high school students, and we got well over 500 surveys. So this is great analytical information that we'll include with employer interviews. So the idea is that with the analytics and then also the focus groups and the discussions with our employers, we know what's happening, and most important, executing the recommendations of the Skills Gap study to meet the needs of our employers and grow the economy. So Alicia, Helen, I'll stop there. And I see the intrepid superintendent of St. Lucie Public Schools, Wayne Gent. Wayne, how you doing this morning, sir?
I'm good. I don't know what intrepid means. I'm gonna have to look it up.
I'll tell you. It means brave and fearless.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
That sounds good. That sounds good. I'll use that at the house. I'll take that home
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah. Wayne, my wife said to me, hey, when you talk, remember, you think you're funny, but you're not. So I always try to keep that in mind. But the superintendent needs no introduction. Little funny story about Wayne. I was honored to be on the last interview panel for all the superintendents that were being interviewed by the school board. And I didn't know Wayne at the time, but another candidate that I knew very well that I'd worked with in a previous economic development setting, she was very instrumental in career and technical education and actually starting a vocational technical school in another Florida community. So I was a little more attracted to that candidate. But as soon as I met Wayne and I heard him speak, and then for some reason, I had to answer all the, or had to pose all the questions for Wayne to answer. But in less than 2 hours, he had completely changed my mind about who the right person was to be the superintendent of St. Lucie Public Schools, and that was Wayne. And he made a commitment to us in the EDC on day one that he would work very closely with us in our economic development and technical training efforts with the school system. And not surprisingly, the superintendent did not disappoint. He's been a marvelous advocate for what we're doing here and going forward to help our students get high paid jobs. So Wayne, my colleague that is the president of the Business Development Board in Palm Beach County, where you used to hail and where you used to work. Her name is Kelly Smallridge, and she's the president, CEO of the BDB there in Palm Beach County. And I always remember what she said. I say, hey, who's this Wayne Gent guy? And Kelly told me, Wayne loves economic development, and you're going to love Wayne. You're so lucky to have him. So with that, Alicia, Helen, Wayne, sorry for the long-winded introduction, but you can tell I'm very passionate and excited about this relationship that we have with you all and the good work that we're doing. So we got some great things to provide to you today that I think you'll find entertaining and enlightening. So with that, I'll stop. Jill, anything else you want me to add before I shut up?
No, thanks, Pete. Thanks for the great overview.
Thank you. You guys have a great day, and I look forward to listening to all the good stuff this morning.
Okay, is it my turn? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Pete, my wife always says behind every successful man is a woman rolling her eyes. So there we go. I got everybody smiling. It looks like it's all female dominated for the most part here today, and that's probably good. That's the way it is. Anyway, Pete, thank you for the kind words, and right back at you and Jill. We have a great partnership with the EDC, and we've worked hard on that, and I appreciate what Alicia has done to really be the conduit between the two groups and Dr. Wild. To the counselors, good morning. I know that I wish I could see all of you right now, because I just want to say thank you. I said last year that that was the toughest year we would ever go through. Well, I guess I wasn't truthful, because we had no idea what was going to happen at the beginning of this year. But you guys have been remarkable, and we think last week we only had 16 cases positive in the entire district, down from almost 300 a few weeks earlier than that. So everything's going, hopefully we're back to normal. There's a sense of normalcy, and that will carry on through the year. But I know that you have been extremely busy working with the students. I know we have an issue this morning at one of our high schools, so some of the counselors from that school Helen may have to come back or watch this later on. But I appreciate what you all do. I say all that just to say thank you for what you're doing. This is a wonderful opportunity for our students because of the growth and the economic growth that's going on right now in our community. That represents opportunity for our students. And when there's a shortage of trying to find qualified workers, it's important because they don't know what they don't know. And to counselors, I just really appreciate you being on here today. And you'll know your students very well. And let's learn what we can to help these kids to navigate through the system. We try to keep them all right here in St. Lucie County. If you haven't driven through Tradition and driven down, I don't know what it's called, Village Boulevard, whatever it is, and looked at the growth that's going on with the different industries there. I was there just Sunday night, and it's just remarkable. We're down there, Pete. We're getting ready to build a new high school. We're going to be building a new high school in the Tradition area, and we're also going to tear Westwood High School down and rebuild it. And so that will create some unique opportunities where we try to align what we're doing with existing programs and then what's new out there on the frontier to bring into our school centers. So I'm looking forward to having a great day with you all as well. I can come in and out. I have a board workshop today with my school board members that starts in 9 minutes. They're my boss, so I don't want to be late, but I'll try to come back on breaks. But I appreciate counselors, again, what you're doing and working with us, and how you're going to help navigate and steer our kids to some neat opportunities that are available to them. They almost get first shot and first dibs. And also to Jill, I appreciate what she's done, and she's always singing our praise out there in the community as well as Pete is in the Economic Development Council. So a great partnership. It's all about our students. It's about our community. And it's a win-win. When we can provide the workforce for the community, that's a win for our students. That's a win for our community. That's a win for our schools. And so I appreciate what you do and looking forward to a great day. You want me to go on? You want me to go on for another 5 minutes, Helen, or is that good enough?
No, Wayne, it's my turn again.
All right.
Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it, sir.
Pete, may I jump in for just 1 second? Pete?
Yes, please.
Yes, I just want to say good morning. I want to thank Mr. Gent and Pete for joining us today and kicking off this meeting. Counselors, I want to thank you so much. Mr. Gent mentioned how challenging the last 2 years have been, and I know how hard it is on you because you guys are really the front-facing folks who handle our students when they're going through crisis. And there are so many students in crisis these days for so many different reasons, and you're so responsive and amazing. And I'm so impressed that you are still here today committed to learning about economic development, because you know that is also a really important part of your job. And this whole initiative of the counselor tour, I think, has been incredible in terms of increasing your knowledge base, and that directly impacts our kids. And I see so many of you that are here who have been here every single time, and you're still continuing to dedicate time to it. But I also see some new faces. We do have some new counselors, Pete and Jill, who this is their first experience. So before the day's over, let's be sure to explain to them that we also do this face-to-face, and that's an amazing experience as well. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that puts this together, Alicia and your team, and EDC and Career Force and everyone involved. Thank you so much. And Pete, I don't want to take any more of your time. I just couldn't miss the opportunity to say something to all of our wonderful counselors.
Thanks, Dr. Wild. Appreciate that. I think I'm going to hand it over to Jill or Jen or some other grown up right now so we can get into the meat of this. But Jill, how do you want to proceed from here?
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Dr. Wild. Thank you, Superintendent Gent. We appreciate all your kind words and the partnership. We love working with Alicia and her team, and of course the counselors. This is Alicia and I and Jen talk about this all the time. These things are our favorite time of the year, the council tours and the boot camp. Unfortunately, we're not going in person at this moment, but we hope to go back to in person in the spring. So before we start off, I know we kind of went a little bit out of order. I apologize. But Pete, I just want to make sure we covered all the student career pathways. Please accept my apologies on behalf of Pat Jahant. She was not able to join us this morning as a last minute conflict. So if we've covered all of that information, just want to make sure there isn't any other information on that, or at least if anyone would like to read more about the Career Pathway Initiative, the Workforce 2.0. We've developed this webpage, so I think it's pretty important. This is going to stay on 24/7, so you can read it at your leisure in the evening when you can't sleep, or share it with your friends and family. This study is on there. It's really engaging and enlightening, and more information will continually be put on the web portal so that we can keep you all updated on these initiatives for your students and also for your families, to make sure the community is informed. Alicia, do you want to add anything to that? I wasn't sure.
Just very quickly, so from my team, I have Lanisha Robinson and Stephanie Wilhelm from my office. So I just want to thank them because they do a lot on the back end, you know, just to kind of make sure there's constant communication. They're also great points of contact. Pete mentioned the survey. We have pushed that out. You know, we want to get as many students as possible. Pat actually extended the deadline from today to the 29th. And if you guys have students that are interested, this is a great opportunity for them to fill out the survey. They might, you know, provide some background knowledge to these businesses about their job interests, and they're providing their information to where the businesses can contact the students. You know, they're also looking at creating positions. For our new counselors, I see a lot of faces, as Dr. Wild mentioned, but for our new counselors, it is this is something that has been absolutely instrumental in our initiative since 2017. You know, you're going to learn a lot about the businesses. This is a great way to keep our students in our school centers and their interest in getting there to graduation. You'll hear some more information about the boot camp as we come on. Just so you know, some of the counselors know and the businesses that will be joining us today, you know, working so closely with the Economic Development Council, you know, we do a lot of studies, we look at a lot of workforce data, and it really drives what we're doing here for St. Lucie Public Schools in regards to our program. And so this year we were able to open up global logistics over at Treasure Coast High School. You know, the students are there with the hopes of, you know, we grow the program. We started out smaller, you know, and as we grow, we want to be able to funnel these students into the pipeline for the businesses that are coming. And so we want to keep our students here, keep those opportunities, their income, you know, their debt down, keep their income growing, and then just provide them with opportunities. So I just want to say thank you for everything you guys do as counselors, and really with our students, and just working with the Economic Development Council. It's just we've had so many different opportunities arise for our students. If you have any questions, feel free to email myself or any one of the people in my office. And I hope you guys enjoyed today.
Awesome. So we are excited to get this kicked off. We have a couple of great companies here with us this morning. And excuse me, I'm trying to get my computer. I have one computer with a camera and one without, so I'm trying to see what I have on both of them. So before we kick off, 30 seconds, I just want to give you some information. September's recent employment nationwide in September, 194,000 jobs were created across the nation. 84,000 of those jobs, over 84,000 of those jobs were created in Florida. So what that tells you is we are a growing state. We have jobs, we have companies. So we want to make sure for St. Lucie County that all of our students know there are great opportunities, not only in St. Lucie County and this region, but also in the state. Obviously, our goal is to keep them all local. We have jobs for everyone, every age, every skill. There's plenty of opportunities in our community to serve our residents. And so today's opportunity for you all, which we're so excited about, we love connecting academia and industry, is to take an inside look virtually. Unfortunately, got to go virtually, but we'll get you in the spring, about these logistics warehouse distribution companies. It's one of the most growing sectors in our community. It's been here. It's kind of gone a little quiet and unnoticed in a career and technical viewpoint, if you will. But it is growing and it continues to grow. So we need to continue to serve that marketplace and have those career pathway opportunities for our students and for our residents. So what I'd like to do is we have 3 local companies that are here. We have leadership from the companies. You'll see on the web portal there that there is a logo, and underneath the logo are 2 click-throughs. So we'll be showing a video for each of the company. They will do their own presentations and go through additional information, having an inside look behind the scenes, as well as talking about those opportunities for your students. For each presentation, as they conclude, we'll have an open Q&A. So please feel free to note some questions down during the presentation, the individual presentation, and then once they're completed, you'll be able to ask leadership those questions that you may want to know, so you can take that information with you going forward. And additionally, this will always be on our webpage. We will make sure to get that link to you so you can consistently share it with your students. So with that, I believe we have Nicole Stout and Clayton Miller here from Fedex Ground Regional Sortation Center. For those of you here in the community, this is a new facility that is at Becker Road in Port St. Lucie. It's a new big building that everyone's watching grow before their eyes, and it is almost complete and should be opening any day now. So Clayton serves as a district human resource manager for the company, and we're excited to have him and Nicole here today to present on career pathways with Fedex Ground. So with that, I'll hand it over to Clayton and Nicole.
Okay, well, thank you all for joining. We're very excited to move down into the Port St. Lucie area. This is new for us. Actually, we did a little bit of a study of demographics in terms of where we were going to put our next large facility, and we selected Port St. Lucie due to the population of people there. So, and I'm very pleased and excited to have the opportunity to meet and some of the people in the community. Jill has been very helpful, and her staff, in helping us to start up our new facility. We're a little bit behind right now due to supplies. I guess all of you have heard about all of the issues on the West Coast and the sea containers. A lot of that contains our equipment to open this new facility. So we're aggressively trying to get it open before our very busy holiday season. With me today, I have one of my colleagues and business partners, Nicole Stout. She has been very instrumental in assisting me and getting all of the people on board, getting us up and running. Right now, to give you a little history, we should have been opened about this weekend, but we're delayed by about 2 weekends to come. So we're anticipating opening up in 2 weeks. Hopefully sometime right after the holiday season, we'll be fully up and running, and we will be able to invite all of you in to see our facility and how it operates. Kind of a very interesting operation we have, and that facility is just a little bit over 500,000 square feet, and you think we have a lot of people moving around in a lot of different directions, but one thing FedEx has prided itself on is engineering and industrial engineering, and how we're able to work with barcodes and sortation equipment to get packages where they need to go. So very excited about having the opportunity to actually get all of you in to visualize how we operate. Question I have for you, Joe, will you be progressing the slides for us?
I apologize, Clay. I believe Jill is on mute.
Sorry,
Okay.
I like to talk on mute, everyone. I just sit in my office and talk to myself all day. We have the FedEx video, and we have your presentation and your career page. So you let us know which one in order, and Jen is the controller of all things technology.
Okay, Jen, that's why I partially have Nicole here. I'm not that technologically advanced guy. So she assists me with that also as well. All right, Jen, so we'll start with the video, please. Thank you.
Join me and Team Fedex. Join me and Team Fedex. Let's go. There's great career opportunities, great benefits. It's a fun environment. I love my people. I love my job. I love what I do. It's a great job. The opportunity is there. It's your choice. I want it now. You ready? Join me. Join me. Join me. And be there. What are you waiting for? So again.
That's a very quick overview of our organization, how it operates, but I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of the details of behind our operation, as well as our various opcos and the various positions that we have within the organization. Okay, next slide, please. Could advance it. Okay, the next one. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview of our organization. It's not that complex, but it sometimes confuses people. FedEx is a nationally or an international brand company that has a great brand. Each year we do just a little over $84 billion in revenue worldwide, and currently we have over 570,000 team members, employees, and growing worldwide. And we definitely anticipate by next year us having over 600,000 team members worldwide. I've been with the company for over 25 years, and one of the things that I'm very proud about talk about is that we have never, in my 25 years of being here, and under our existence of FedEx Ground, has been where we've decreased in staff or even stayed stagnant. In the 25 years plus that I've been with the organization, it has been under great growth. And recently, under e-commerce, that kind of put us into a totally new ballpark where it's even exploded even more in terms of growth, where people are getting a little bit more comfortable with shopping online. COVID kind of drove a little bit of that, where people still relied on stores, going to stores. When stores, unfortunately, were closed, people got more comfortable with getting on a computer, getting on their smartphone to order the supplies they need. So even within the last year, our growth has really exploded. Most people know us by one of our oldest company, which is FedEx Express. FedEx Express is an organization that does mostly air operations, a lot of envelopes, and a lot of international deliveries. So still, there's some documents out there that need not to have an electronic signature. They must be signed, or key documents such as real estate transactions. They handle a lot of that volume and a lot of the legal documents for the world right now internationally. Okay, our next company is Fedex Freight. Fedex Freight deals with something called LTL volume, less than truckload. So big trucks, they take multiple refrigerators, for example, or stoves, big ticket items to places like Best Buy, other organizations that deal with bulk freight. FedEx Services is our parent company. This is the company that kind of oversees all of the administration for the OpCos. A lot of high-level legal, logistics, accounting, finance is handled through FedEx Services. Okay, to kind of round us out is FedEx Ground. FedEx Ground originated as a kind of a business-to-business carrier where we did not want to get into the residential market. We wanted to take several packages to businesses and pick up packages to go somewhere else. With e-commerce, when that really took off, then we got into the home delivery segment. So we don't deliver any package that's delivered through ground doesn't currently go via airline. It all goes through our network of ground. And I'm going to give you a quick picture of our network here on the next slide. But we are all things that go via the ground. Okay, kind of give you a quick snapshot of our distribution map. I don't know if most of you have probably flown and look at their magazine that they have, and they kind of demonstrate very similar to us how they take packages across the country. So what we do is we kind of consolidate packages in our hubs, then distribute them across the company. We're broken into zones and regions. So one of the things that we've been able to do versus our competitor, and we were first to do it, is we can speed up our zones to take a package from the Northeast, anywhere in the Northeast, via the ground. You drop it off, and within 4 business days, or 4 days at this time, because we're operating on a 7-day schedule right now, we take it anywhere across the country to the Northwest within 4 days, and a package never gets on a plane. That requires a lot of logistics and a lot of work to get packages consolidated throughout the United States. And this map continues to grow. Currently, we have over 600 facilities, and we're adding approximately 25 new major facilities each year. Next slide, please. Okay, how we kind of distribute things, as I said, is kind of through a network. So we have hubs, which are major operations that don't deliver packages to people's houses. We have stations that do, and Port St. Lucie is somewhat of a new concept for us, where it is a mini hub. We're not going to do a lot of deliveries out of Port St. Lucie originally to people's homes. It is a network where we're going to consolidate packages to move them on for our customers. One of our customers will be on the call today to talk about their organization, but we are the major supplier and distribution center for Walmart, and we will move volume from Walmart to our facility, and then we'll disperse it throughout the country. So a lot of big operations moving to the Port St. Lucie area. Next slide, please. Okay, starting to transition to talk a little bit about our positions and the numerous opportunities we have within the organization. As I mentioned earlier, we add, several positions, and yearly we are rapidly growing in Florida. I joined Florida as a district human resource manager a little over 9 years ago. At that time, during our peak season, holiday season, we would kind of ramp up and hire some additional people. We would go up to about 2,800 to 3,000 people. And right now, during our peak season, we're going to go up to about 12,000 people. So you can kind of do the math and how we're growing here in Florida and adding new positions and new facilities within the network. One of the key positions that we bring all of our entry-level people outside of high school into is our package handler position. Okay, a frontline position, very important within our operation, because these are the people that actually get all the work done. Within FedEx Ground, probably 75 to 80% of our overall population is in this position. Many of these people, most of the people that want to, can move up into the organization into other positions. But these are the people that actually physically get involved in moving our packages, putting them on trucks, kind of a little bit sorting them. When I joined the organization, there was a big sheet people had to look at zip codes and make sure that packages are going on the right truck. We have so far advanced from those days where now we don't have any of those big charts with any zip codes. A package handler wears a scanner. They scan the package. It will tell them if it's going to the right, being put on the right truck or not. And it's over a 99% accuracy rate. And around this facility, there's a lot of sortation equipment that scanners pick up barcodes. The package slides down to the truck. And actually, a package handler now only physically has to move a package a few feet, although there's several packages per hour. In this facility, we'll probably do somewhere of about 500,000 packages a day. That's what we'll get up to. But this is the frontline position that most people come into the organization and advance their career. Some people choose to stay in this position, but a lot of people want to advance within the organization and they move up within the organization. A lot of our operations executives in Pittsburgh actually started as package handlers, started to learn the operation from the ground up, and have worked their way up through various positions of greater importance and responsibility within the organization. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, what this job we're looking for, people, I'm sorry, can you go back one more, please? Okay, thank you. We're really looking for people and train people in this frontline position. A lot of times our package handlers that join us right out of high school, this is their very first job, okay? It teaches them, and we look for people that have, the tenacity to, be able to manage a 5-day schedule. And most importantly, along with coming to work 5 days, it teaches people the responsibility of coming to work, being to work on time. That's what we're really looking for, and work with these individuals to teach them, the responsibility of a commitment of, being designated and dedicated to work in a position 5 days a week, and to come in to work on time. Also, what we seek people coming right out of high school is the ability to communicate and most importantly, work in a team environment. Be able to get along, influence, and communicate with their team members. Very important. Also, the ability and understanding to work very safely. You know, we have a great emphasis on safety within the organization, and to, you know, adhere to safety rules, understand safety, and to, you know, kind of observe coworkers when they may be doing something that's, you know, not very safe, to point that out to them. So to be able to, you know, communicate in a positive manner. Also, what they learn is how the logistics system, how our overall operation operates from the ground up. They learn to utilize basic equipment such as scanners, barcode systems that print the barcodes out, and to use various hand tools within the organization. But can't elaborate enough on we really look for and want to advance the career and develop people's skills in listening and working together as a team. Next slide, please. Okay, a little bit more about our organization. Our organization, we really pride ourselves on being a great place to work. Each year, we look at surveys, we survey our employees on, you know, what they want to see us do, how they would like to be developed and trained, on what type of programs that they would like to see us expand on or offer. And we've been recognized by being one of the most admired brands in the world, have received numerous awards from Fortune magazine, Forbes, Fortune's best place to work. And this is where organizations come in and they survey our people, and they survey our people not on what we think that we are a great place to work. Actually, these organizations go out and survey our current staff member in all of our jobs and crunch the numbers. And we've won numerous awards that we really pride ourselves on being one of the best places to work, and to continue to adjust with people's needs and desires for the workplace. Next slide, please. Okay, another thing that we heard that people like discounts. And one of the things that FedEx has done is we've reached out to numerous vendors, and vendors have come to us where we're able to offer all of our employees discount programs. There's hundreds. One of the ones that people take most advantage of is discounts on cell phones, movie tickets, cars. Many vendors we interact with and we provide service to have come back and said they will provide us with discounts for all of our employees. What we do is we call this the hidden paycheck. FedEx Ground, I'll talk a little bit more about it, not going to much great depth in a couple other slides, but we have a hidden paycheck beyond the point of a very competitive starting wage. We have programs that are hidden that go up to 35–40% of all of our employees' additional salaries based on benefit programs that we offer. Next slide, please. Okay, one of the programs that we continue to take a look at is educating our employees. FedEx has numerous internal training programs, but what we continuously do for our package handlers and all other employees is look at ways that we can assist them with their education costs. So right now we're up to each year, our package handlers and all other employees are eligible for $5,250 for financial assistance from the corporation to help them, you know, with further studies, whether it be for a degree program, a technical program, or if they just want to pick up some college courses, say, for example, in communication, whether it be verbal, written. If many colleges offer programs like that in coursework, we want to advance our people, and hopefully they stay with us. But if they don't stay with us, we understand. They want to move on to do something else, but hopefully they'll stay with us to get further education to advance their skill set. And we will help them do that through our tuition assistance program. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, also what we do is for ops managers, the people come in as ops managers, a little bit of waiting period, and we're going through some transitions right now for full-time package handlers. They'll be eligible immediately as well. But some people come from high school and they can go into, if they've had some other experience, part-time jobs could go directly into an operations management position. But our package handlers also, we offer the same benefit programs for our major medical, dental, vision, stock purchase program for our professional staff, flexible spending accounts, also a 401k that's offered for our salaried exempt and non-exempt people that come out of high school and join us either as an ops manager or a clerical position. We have numerous positions that are clerical as well. Also, we have a very competitive vacation policy, paid vacation, paid holidays, and a paid parental leave up to 2 weeks. And as I mentioned before, numerous discounts of organizations out there where if they show their FedEx badge, they get substantial discounts off of the things that they want and services within the community. Next slide, please. Okay, going to spend a couple of minutes talking about this program. This is a program that FedEx has just launched this year that has been very successful. We call it the Purple Pathways, and realizing that many people coming out of high school, there's various pathways that they can go through to get to the position that they or career that they want to pursue within the organization. Some of it is through a college track. Some of our positions, they don't need to go through a college track. They can go through the Purple Pathways and kind of do some exploring of various career options that they want to pursue. One of those options are on the administration side to really do troubleshooting and fact-finding on, packages on where they need to go and the delivery dates when they're due. Other positions that a lot of our package handlers move into, because FedEx Ground is an organization that really prides itself on promoting from within. Before we go to the outside for any position, we post all of our positions internally and exhaust, all of our candidates before we go to the outside to fill any positions. This program gives them the opportunity to go in, read about job descriptions, read about the competencies and skill sets that are required to be successful in those positions. Another area that we really need a lot of talent in, a little different than the management track, but is an individual contributor track that is, very, lucrative and provides a very good career path, is our maintenance techs. We have a shortage of those people right now. These are the individuals that have, a technical aptitude that can go in and fix and troubleshoot problems with technology within our sortation equipment and fix that. And there's various levels. There's up to 5 levels, even 4 levels before they even break into management, as that if they start at the entry-level maintenance tech, they could move up 3 or 4 positions without even going into management. And that's one of the things that have learned over the years as well, is that, we used to have a narrow track. If you wanted to move up in the organization, you had to eventually go into management. But we realized that a lot of people have a very good skill set that they just want to be an individual contributor, and they're able to move up through a career path and be promoted multiple times without managing people, because they don't want to manage people. They just want to have that technical expertise, and we really need that at this time. Some of our package handlers, if they have and have demonstrated, again, the ability to come to work on time, the desire to learn, some of our maintenance managers have kind of taken them on as apprentice directly as being a package handler with a high school degree, and they go that path. Many other ones want to advance their career a little bit more and get a little bit more in-depth training. We'll pay for technical school training as well for them to get additional technical skills. But this program is designed for pretty much so the person that's tracked does not want to go through a formal 4-year degree or advanced degree, to kind of guide them through a series of trainings and programs that they can kind of figure out where they want to go with their career and how to advance their career and prepare to advance their career within the organization. Also, it offers tips on resume writing, interview workshops that helps them to prepare for interviewing, because at Fedex Ground, as people move up, we use something called a behavioral-based interview. It's a little bit different for some students coming in and entering the workforce. It's even college students. It's not how you would handle a situation. It's how you've handled a situation. So we prepare them through training to get ready for career advancement through the program as well. So a very good program that many of our people are pursuing to look at various career tracks within the organization. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, a little bit about our kind of career progression. A lot of diagrams here on diamonds on our chart. But again, a lot of our people come in right out of high school as a package handler. They can advance their career through a couple of different tracks, through advanced education. They could go through purple pathways to advance their education. Normally what we see is that they'll go into the maintenance tech role, which requires a technical aptitude and learning skills on how to work with electronics and conveyor equipment, along with various stringent safety requirements and policies. Another track that a lot of people go through as out of our package handler roles are our ops managers. We have, probably within Florida, 3,000 or 4,000 ops managers. These are the frontline people that manage the package handlers. What we train them on is, it's a very good career, and I spent, for example, I knew I kind of wanted to go into a management track. It took me about 10 years after graduate school with FedEx to kind of break into the management track in HR. But for operations, people can actually, a package handler that's dedicated can break into the management track with 1 or 2 years of experience. To have the opportunity to manage a team of people. So if they really want to move up in management, this is a great job, a great opportunity. We will take people, out of high school with about a year of experience and give them the opportunity to manage a team of package handlers. All right, so it's a very good position. We train them and they get to exhibit the skill sets of time management, communication, the ability, which is very important because it's difficult work, to engage their staff. We don't operate in FedEx as a command and control environment. We operate in an environment where we engage and influence people to work. We find that much more successful. So this gives them at a very early stage in their career the ability to learn the skills through 3 weeks of training. What we do is we have something called breaking ground. And when a person is selected into that frontline management position, before they hit the dock day one as a manager, they go through 3 weeks of extensive training. The training consists of learning the operations and how to logistically manage the flow of packages within their assigned area, but equally, if not more important, how to manage, interact, and influence people. And it requires a person with a very good interpersonal skills and ability to understand, listen to people, as well as to communicate. So those are the key competencies that we look for in the foundation of developing people into our operations position. Also, people can move into positions within our line haul group where they kind of manage the logistics routes of, setting up drivers, making sure that we get drivers dispatched to our next location, because FedEx Ground is all about in our operations time management. It's all driven, we're run very specific sort times. Sorts have to be down to transport our goods and services to the next station to move through the network. So, and then it goes back to what we look for is people that understand, the ability to come to work, have dedication to do that, and to be on time as well. Also, from the operations track, there's various levels of management they can move into. Sort managers. Sort manager manages multiple operations managers, a little bit of a different skill set there, and managing managers instead of managing the frontline people. Also, our P&D managers. These are the people that actually work with and manage, kind of say this a little bit loosely, our drivers. One thing about FedEx Ground, because a lot of people say, well, how can I apply for FedEx Ground to be a driver? That is through owner-operators. That is a contracted service. They don't work for us, they work with us. So based on government requirements, we need to let them run their own business. So that requires a totally different skill set sometimes of being able to influence people that you do not have direct management responsibility over. So a lot of people in our entities hire line haul drivers. They have a great need for people. If you look at the news, that's one of the things you'll hear of. There's a great shortage of truck drivers to move all that volume from the West Coast across the country to the East Coast. But that is not within our organization. Although I'll give them a little plug for advertisement there. They need a lot of resources as well, and that requires a special skill set too. Then once they move through the P&D sort manager ranks, then they can move into a senior manager. Normally, our senior managers have somewhere to 8+ years of experience being a sort manager, a P&D manager, and an operations manager. So one good thing about the operations track that a young person could come in and see is, okay, how can my career progress? How can I grow? And we put in numerous steps along the way to prepare them for that senior manager level position, which is, very good positions of, 6 figures plus. So a person could come with us, grow their career, and have a very rewarding career, which many of our people do, come in at an entry-level package handler position and progress their career all the way through a regional vice president position, and many of our package handlers have moved into those positions. So it is very realistic. Also, what we do is some of our package handlers we'll help them finance their education. They can move into corporate-based positions, whether it be accounting, finance, kind of the negotiations positions, just, probably somewhere upwards of 100 corporate type positions that they could move into. Normally, this requires a college degree or years of experience where they demonstrate the ability to move into those types of positions. Engineering is definitely one of those positions we hire a lot of people in those positions, but it requires a certain education track and background that some of our package handlers work their way up through school and get a college degree and join the engineering group. One of the things that we talk about the organization constantly transitioning, I would say, it helps us to get better. 2 years ago, before COVID unfortunately hit the country, if a person wanted to move into a corporate level position, they had to move to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's actually where I came from, Pittsburgh, the corporate office out to the field, but they would have to go to corporate for one of those positions. One of the things that the organization has learned due to COVID, we have 3,000 corporate individuals, professionals working from home. So then we kind of came to the conclusion that we can hire a person to work in corporate who lives in Pittsburgh that never leaves their home but works from their home office every day. So it's not that requirement to move to Pittsburgh in a corporate job anymore. So that's one of the advancement opportunities that has opened the door for a lot more people. Also, in operations, I will point out that The company spends millions of dollars in relocation fees every year. So we will, if people join us, they want to move up. You kind of saw our map throughout the United States. We move people all the time across country and within even the state of Florida to our various locations. So these are just some of the opportunities that we have. Again, I like to, once we get up and running, invite all of you into our facility to get a visual of it. It's a very neat operation, especially if you're seeing it for the first time. We have hundreds of employees in a facility, but very well organized and driven by technology. It's not just a lot of people moving a lot of packages across the building. Most of the packages move across our building through technology. So next slide, please. Okay, so does anybody have any questions that you have at this time that I can answer for you? Okay, well, really enjoyed presenting to you today. Again, my name is Clayton Miller. My email address is relatively simple. It's clayton.miller@fedex.com. If you have any questions, if you have any people that want to acquire to learn more about the operation and our opportunities, I would strongly encourage you to have them reach out to me, and I'll provide them with any additional information that they like to receive. And thank you again for all of your time. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jen and Jill.
Clayton and Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate all of your time. I know it's a little hectic over there. I do have one question. If you can kindly share for the counselors to keep this, and the educators keep this front of mind. You have multiple shifts, part-time shifts, and a lot of seniors, even though the positions you have to be 18 years old, correct, minimally, to work at FedEx. Many seniors have one or two classes in their senior year. They may be 18 or turning 18. Can you just share some of those shifts that may be applicable for someone who's looking for a position that would work with their school schedule?
Sure. Well, it's relatively easy. We don't operate in the hours from 8:30 to approximately 11:30 a.m. Right after that, we're running 3.5, normally now 4-hour shifts up until about 9:30 the next morning. So we don't, I wouldn't encourage, a lot of our people that are working through school to sign up for a shift that's even an overnight. I wouldn't encourage that because, it's work and, school is very important. I firmly believe in education. So we'll have a job, it can wait. But we have those afternoon shifts, like from 2 to 6, from 6 to 10. We would love to see them apply to those shifts. And, we can't weed them out of those other shifts, but we always have opportunities on all of our shifts. So I would steer them to, more or less the 2 to 6 or the 6 to 10 and not the overnight shifts. Because again, realizing that being in class and taking, classes, it requires ability to think and pay attention, not to doze off. And staying up late at night, probably not a very good thing. But we have, that afternoon shift and evening shift. I think that would be a very good option for them.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Clayton and Nicole, for joining us. And we look forward to circling back with you in the new year and coming out for a tour at the new facility.
Love to have you. Thanks again for your time and the invite. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. And for those on the line here, the FedEx website for careers is here. That's where you can guide any interested parties for information. And so with that, we will now introduce our next company to the group. And I believe we have folks on the line. So Southern Eagle Distributing, some of you may have been on a tour in the past when we have gone. They have been in St. Lucie County since the early 1980s. They're best places to work year over year. One of the things I've learned from working with the company is that their folks love to stay there and never leave. So, they're pretty famous for maintaining their employees. So I believe we have Lisa Jaramillo, who is the new HR manager for Southern Eagle, and I think Philip may be joining us. You know, the squares are so small that I can't see who's in them, but I will pass it over to you, Lisa, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having us here. I have myself and Lee Small. He's our Director of Operations for the warehouse. And so we will be chatting a little bit this morning about Southern Eagle. Philip is actively down in West Palm Beach because we are in a very exciting time here at Southern Eagle. We are doubling in size by December. We've recently acquired a territory just south of us to provide distribution services all the way down into Delray Beach, and we'll be managing out of this warehouse for all of that service. And so it's a very exciting time. He's actively meeting with some of the sales folks that we plan on bringing on board. And so Lee and I wanted to take some time today to tell you a little bit about that growth and the positions that are going to be created. We have 109 positions where we will be growing before the end of the year. So with that, I will have Lee tell you a little bit about the warehouse side and all of the great things that are going on there.
All right, thank you. Yes, hello, my name's Lee Small. I've been working for Southern Eagle for nearly 18 years. A little bit about myself, I started out in the admin department and then pretty much moved into the warehouse, and I've been there ever since. Like Lisa did say, we are about to double in size in December, which is a very short time frame. So we have a lot of exciting and new things going on right now, which you probably hear in the background. We're currently remodeling to get ready for the expansion. So we're definitely fitting a lot into a short time frame. But our main warehouse is 87,000 square feet. We have anywhere from 1,500 to around 1,900 different SKUs that we pretty much distribute throughout the Treasure Coast and into Palm Beach County and around parts of Okeechobee, around the lake in Clewiston and Belle Glade. Our current positions we have in the warehouse are forklift operators, order builders, and truck check-in folks that check in the delivery trucks when they come back in the evening. We usually tend to pretty much promote from within. We take in pretty much anybody starting out in the early beginnings of their skill level to seasoned folks, and we train them up along the way. We usually have about a 4-week training period per position, and then by the time 4 weeks is up, they pretty much got it. On top of that, we have merchandisers. We have positions available. Those are the folks that actually go out into our distribution areas and get to work with the retailers, going into the back rooms and filling everything on the shelf, making sure everything's rotated. All those big displays that you see in Walmart and Publix, they're the ones that always build those. Definitely always in the need for delivery CDL drivers, especially since we are going to be double in size. Those guys are going to be key. And then also an information technology manager as well, because pretty much everything we do now is more app-based, web-based. So therefore, we are a lot more technologically advanced than when I first started here back in 2004. We have, it's called a WMS. It's an Encompass system, and it's an app-based system that pretty much guides whoever's doing the job inside the warehouse, where to put what to grab, when to grab it, and pretty much everything like that. Yep.
Okay. So as Lee was mentioning, that's a little bit about the positions that we have available. We are very active in training individuals who are interested in working in the warehouse. We have a strong commitment to safety. So we do a very comprehensive training in operating the forklifts. We certify in-house for that. And our starting pay, you start as an hourly rate, and then as you move up and become more efficient, you get bonused based on the amount of orders that you build per evening. So there's an opportunity to have a very lucrative position with Southern Eagle, long-term career based on your efficiency level, and all while doing that safely. Also, our merchandisers have an opportunity for some bonus potential based on their quality metrics out in the field. Our delivery drivers as well are paid a premium for their service level. So we track pretty much all of our quality standards throughout the organization and really recognize our employees for their efforts towards making Southern Eagle a quality place with quality products and servicing our customers. So it's an exciting time to join us. We are now, with this acquisition, we're going to be Publix's largest supplier in the state of Florida with our territory expansion of products. And we're very proud to be here in St. Lucie County in particular. We're a strong community partner. You may have heard of all of the nonprofits we support. There are actually about 500 on our list since 1984 that the Peter W. Bush Foundation has given to and recognized in the local community. We receive a lot of requests for sponsorship. We try to deliver on as many of those as possible, and we do deliver on a lot of those. So we are a strong community partner. We like to employ our friends and neighbors, and we are a family organization. Peter W. Bush is a descendant of Anheuser-Busch, and now his son, Philip Bush, runs the facility as the president. And so we have a lot of family members who have worked here, mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, many generations that call Southern Eagle their home. And we're proud to treat them as family. That's reflected in our long tenure. We have quite a few individuals who've been here 20 plus years. And if you have someone who joined Southern Eagle, something really fun that I have learned is that at your 15-year anniversary mark, we recognize you with a Rolex watch, which is amazing. So that is the gift that Southern Eagle gives you for being a loyal employee of our organization. And we also have a video that we'd like to show that I think gives a little overview of what our facility looks like. Jill, I'm not sure if you're able to pull that up for us. There's a little YouTube video. I think it's 3 or 4 minutes, perhaps.
Absolutely. It is on our website.
Distributor on the Treasure Coast. We're the only local distributor that supplies our community with fine beers brewed right here in our backyard with breweries such as Sailfish Brewery. Sidebar, Island Marauder Brewing Company, just to name a few. It is an honor for us to work alongside with these guys and partner with them on a daily basis. They really support everything that we do with the beer, with other breweries, which is very, very important right now as we're growing in this area. But I couldn't imagine being with anybody else, and these guys are really what take what we do and translate it into the market, which is our goal. Southern Eagle Distributing is proud to support the local community that has supported us. We are involved with many local organizations and have 2 signature events that raise money for various local charities. Our annual bull riding event at the St. Lucie County Fair has been a Fort Pierce favorite for over a decade. We also host a wild game dinner each year. The stag-only event is focused on great company, camaraderie, food and drinks, not to mention plenty of prizes.
Boys and Girls Clubs provides hope and opportunity to thousands of kids in this community, but we couldn't do it without the partnership with Southern Eagle.
At Southern Eagle Distributing, making friends is our business.
Thank you, Jill. Hopefully you may hear some noise in the background. We're actively doing some construction.
We appreciate the little background activity there.
Yeah, it's a work in progress with all of this growth. So with that, we'd like to, I guess, open up the floor if there are any questions for us. Please know that anyone who's interested can apply through our website, sedist.com/careers. Also, we do routinely post our positions on Indeed by just searching for the name Southern Eagle. So either way, you can reach us to chat about our openings. Does anyone have any questions for us?
Thank you so much, Lisa and Lee, for joining us today. We always appreciate Southern Eagle's partnership. For those that have worked with us on the boot camp for the last couple of years, Southern Eagle was instrumental in helping us jumpstart that, not only with a sponsorship for funding to sort of build the program, but continues to support us and support the EDC with sponsorship opportunities to help local students grow in a career pathway. So we're real appreciative of their partnership to our academic partners. Lisa, before you and Lee go, can you share a little bit of the hours of operation for those positions available and what will be ongoing as students prepare to graduate throughout the year, and any friends or family that may be looking for a career opportunity locally?
Yeah, no problem. In the warehouse, our daytime shifts usually start at 4 a.m. and they stagger each hour. So we have 4 a.m. shift, 5 a.m. and a 6 a.m. And we work a 10-hour day, so 4 to 2, 5 to 3, and 6 to 4. And then at night, obviously with having to deliver the product the next day, we do have a nighttime shift that builds, and the forklift operator position start at 1:30 in the afternoon, and then the order builder position start at 2:30 in the afternoon. And it's pretty much a till done type of situation, but it generally averages a 10-hour day. And then the merchandiser positions, those do start fairly early in the morning because what their goal is to make it to the grocery stores by the time the order is either there or pretty much on the way. So therefore they can go through the order, fill what needs to be filled, and rotate anything in the cooler, because we are big on freshness. Delivery drivers definitely are one of the earlier ones. Some of them start at 3 o'clock in the morning, some start at 4 in the morning. With some of our on-premise folks, which are our draft drivers, the ones that deliver the kegs to like restaurants, those are usually around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And then the information technology manager would definitely, I would assume, would be like a 7 a.m. type of position, I believe. But that would obviously vary depending on our technological needs. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Southern Eagle's video, as well as their website, as you can see, will remain on our page on our web portal for the logistics event today. So at any time, 24/7, you can refer back to the information for students, families, friends, or anyone else in the community that may be looking for a career at Southern Eagle. So thank you again, Lisa and Lee. We appreciate you joining us today. And we will circle back with you in the spring, and hopefully we'll be able to get on site and take a visual tour.
Sounds good.
Thank you. We'd love to have you.
Thank you. And our next presenter for today is Walmart Distribution. I think I saw Dawn Moore jump on. Walmart Distribution here is up in the north part of the county. They've been recognized as a work-life balance company, very important to millennials. If any of you are parents of millennials like myself, they love their work-life balance. Also, just a fun fact, the Walmart Distribution Center here at one time was the largest Walmart Distribution Center. It may still be in the top tier, over 1 million square feet. So Dawn's been a great partner of ours as well, was instrumental in helping us jumpstart our boot camp and council tours a couple of years ago. So with that, I'll hand it over to Dawn to introduce herself and Walmart Distribution Center opportunities.
Very good. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Dawn.
As Jill mentioned, my name is Dawn Moore. I'm the HR manager here at the Fort Pierce Distribution Center. I've been with the company 26 years. I started out as an hourly associate down in Statesboro, Georgia, in our import distribution center there. I moved to James City County, Virginia, opened up another import distribution center. Both of those were actually, one was 4 million square foot and the other one was 3 million. Our import distribution center seems to be a lot larger than our regional door per store. But this building here I transferred to 17 years ago. I opened this building when we were in a temp office and we were waiting for the 1.2 million square foot facility to be open. So I've been here in this facility. I worked in most areas of the building. The only area that I have not worked in is maintenance and EHS. Out of the 26 years, approximately 18 of those have been in HR in one facet or the other. So to talk about Walmart and the opportunities that we have, we're currently hiring for a freight handler. We are desperate need of maintenance technicians or general maintenance individuals that work on our conveyors and our equipment. We start off at $18.05 per hour, and we go up to $20.55. That is for freight handler. A multi-skill or tech position is upwards towards $23 to $25, $27 an hour. Our schedules, when we talk about our schedules, and we have 4 operation running schedules where we move freight through our building. And it's Tuesday through Friday is our first shift, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then we have a second shift that comes in from 4:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. And then we have a Saturday, Sunday, Monday operation that runs 5 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It's a 12-hour shift with a 30-minute off-the-clock lunch. And then we have a 6 p.m. to 2 a.m., which is still full-time position. It's 30 hours a week, and associates can make up hours during the week if they want, and if we have the need, up to 40. Now that shift is fairly new. We've had to expand due to our increase in volume. So we've got several associates that are on that shift that like that shift because they're able to still go to college during the week, and they still make a really good salary there. So we're needing freight handlers. We need individuals that are able to unload trucks. We need individuals that are able to order fill cases weighing up to 50 pounds or more. And then we're needing individuals to actually load trucks. So we're needing unloaders, order fillers, and loaders is what we call shipping. Just to give you a little insight on, Walmart and our culture, we have 4 basic beliefs: respect for the individual, service to the customer, striving for excellence, and acting with integrity. And that's one of the things that's kept me with Walmart over the years is our culture. And it means a lot to me to know that I can come into Walmart and I know that I'm going to be respected and we're going to strive for excellence every day. And, integrity is so important to me and my family. So it's kind of like, what I do at home is exactly the way I act here at work. So it's a great marriage, if you will. We have associate events where we have monthly diversity celebrations. Our building is very diverse. We have, prior to COVID, we had spring and fall festivals for family. We are going to have a maze, Halloween maze, that associates are going to be able to bring their families through this coming Saturday, just to give you an idea of some of the things that we do for our associates. We have appreciation cookouts. We give kudos, little coins out to associates for job well done, where they can get free snacks during the week. Our community involvement is very important to us, so we're out in the community. We give out grants. We're currently giving $25,000 out each year just for local community grants. We have volunteerism always pays, where if you're volunteering in the community and you give at least 25 hours of your time, Walmart gives on behalf of you $250 to that organization. So that is very, good for that associate that is actually participating in a 501c3 tax-exempt organization. We have several of our leaders that are on the community boards. We were a recipient of the 2015 Helen Walton Award, and that's a prestigious award that the company gives to those local or to Walmart facilities that goes above and beyond in their community, and we were very excited and honored to be able to receive that award back in 2015. Our benefits, we have medical, dental, vision, we have adoption benefits, parental leave, stock purchase, 401k. When I started with the company 26 years ago, we did not have 401k. We had stock purchase and profit sharing. Since we've moved into 401k, and that is for your retirement. And so Walmart matches 6% of your 401k, what you put in each year. So that is very, very good for retirement. So if you're looking for somewhere to retire, Walmart is a choice for that. So we also have Doctor on Demand that's free for associates, $4 prescription. We have a quarterly incentive where associates, if we hit our goals, associates can earn up to $1.20 more per hour. We have the Walmart discount, 10%, associate discount center. Career, 65% of our managers inside of our building started out as hourly associates. We now have free education benefit, and we have flexible work schedules, as I mentioned before, and we have been voted best places to work in St. Lucie County. So that kind of gives you a little overview of our distribution center and what we have to offer as far as Walmart. Jill, if you want to show our video, this is a facility to kind of give you an overview of what we do here inside our distribution center.
Today, we're focusing on what matters most, making sure hundreds of millions of items get where they need to go. And we're looking for associates to join our team. We're taking critical measures to keep you feeling safe and supported, helping you find harmony between your work life and life life. It's a culture where your team feels more like family, allowing you to bring your whole self to work every day and take pride in the company you work for. This is that place.
Any questions for me?
Thank you so much, Dawn, for joining us today. We always appreciate hearing what's happening over at Walmart. We know you are very busy, one of the largest employers, private employers, maybe the largest here in St. Lucie County. We will be keeping the video. We will be keeping the fact sheet. The career page is also on the website. So again, 24/7. You can share the information with students. You can share the information for those that are looking to work local. There's some great opportunities here at Walmart Distribution, 24/7 operation, as is Fedex, Southern Eagle, as you saw or heard about the hours. There are really great opportunities for everyone here, and particularly our students interested in the global logistics program, interested in getting into a career pathway. Walmart has some great opportunities to do that. There's also the educational side of that to continue growing within the industry and other parts of the industry to continue at Walmart. Does anyone have any questions for any of us today? Dawn, thank you again. As always, we appreciate you taking your time out of your busy day running that operation over there, which is huge, and sharing the information about career pathways for our students.
My pleasure. I really enjoy it, and look forward to continuing our partnership.
And we look forward to coming on out there and taking a tour again in person in the new year. That's our goal. We'll get back at it, hopefully, for in-person activities. Thank you again, Dawn. We're so appreciative of your time.
My pleasure.
So Alicia, I will hand it over to you for a minute if you want to share anything, or if there's any counselors, educators, anyone on the line that has any questions, comments, would like to ask anything, we're here for you.
I do just want to say, I know that we had a caller or two on the line. So if anybody is not on here physically, if you guys could just email myself or Lanisha Robinson or Stephanie Wilhelm. If you guys can, just so you can get your participation, I would greatly appreciate it. Not sure if anybody has any questions now.
Well, we thank you, as always, for your partnership and support, being the front line to the students. We will be gearing up for our boot camp again in June. We're going to be very excited to host that again in person. And we'll be keeping you posted. Please keep your eye on students that may not be going off to college that you know, or are not on track to go away to a 4-year degree, that want to stay here, that may need to stay here, help with their family, or may just not know what they want to do at this point of their life. That's okay. There is a job for everyone in St. Lucie County. So, you know, as counselors, you can always call myself or Alicia or any of the team, Lanisha, Stephanie, Jen. We're here for you 24/7 to help any student or even their family members that just need some direction how to navigate something to find a transitioning or a new pathway for themselves for a career. So
I do want to share that we are going to have some of the veteran counselors. They know about stated jobs, and that's been, you know, that was effective with our students, especially our seniors or juniors, just trying to keep them on their graduation track. So that's going to be happening. That information is going to be forthcoming. So please look out for that to get students signed up. We're also going to be doing grade explorations again this year in person. Once everything continues on the path that it's going. St. Lucie Public Schools is actually going to have their own day. And so, which we're excited about. My team and myself have been speaking with Indian River State College. We really want you guys to know that, you know, there's been a lot of changes over there. I'm sure most of you are aware, some of you might not be. There's a new campus president there, so there's been some shifts. And we are actually looking to improve the experience for our students for grade exploration. So just look out for the spring. And as Joe mentioned, if we can do this in person, I would love to be able to do that, considering, you know, we've been doing these counselor virtual sessions. I do feel like they are effective. You know, it's a little bit more engaging when we're walking around, but with all of these opportunities that are there, they're really instrumental for our students. And I just want to thank you guys for taking your time to jump on here today. So please look out for the future emails from myself and my team. And we're looking to make sure that we have our next round of students and our graduates be successful. So again, I just want to thank you. I know you guys are busy, and reach out to us as Jill mentioned. Any one of us, just email us if you have any questions. So thank you.
thank you everyone again, and we wish you a very happy and busy week. And as you close out the year, happy holidays to you and your family. And we look forward to reconnecting with you in the new year. Have a great day.